Nothing in this recording is intended as investment advice, and the people in this recording may hold positions in the companies they talk about. Do not make any investment based solely on a tip or recommendation. Please do your own research.
Hello and welcome to Zac's Traders Cafe. Today I'm joined by Zac Philips, who's an oil and gas consultant at Oak Securities. Hi today, Zac.
Very well, thanks. Good to talk to you again.
Right, Oak Securities has had a decent run of new listings. The latest was an RTO for Georgina Energy. Bit of noise regarding what the actual fundamentals of the company are, even though the shares, I think they were listed at 12.5 pence. They went up to 18, 19 pence at one stage. But maybe you're the man to tell us what the detail is and what the company actually has or doesn't have. In terms of Georgina, if you can just give an overview of what it actually is and what it does.
Well, Georgina has at various stages applications or interests in two licenses. Mount Winter and Hazar are the two accumulations that are in each of those licenses, and it's really very much the result of detailed knowledge held by John Hugh and the technical team there at Georgina that have gone back through historic wells and identified what they believe is a significant helium and hydrogen accumulation in those two areas. And the next stage, of course, is going to be repeating the results that have been recorded previously to identify the veracity of the data that's in public domain.
So basically, the company is a legacy well developer. Is that the correct phrase?
Well, I think they're going to leverage existing well stock if they can, and of course it depends on the well conditions. But it's certainly the plan at the moment is to re-enter the existing wells that are on the accumulations, reopen and reperforate and flow gas back to surface. Very much like oil and gas exploration, there may well be helium and hydrogen there. It's recovering it in quantities sufficient to make it commercial. That's the key issue.
So at the moment, the company has a 10 million or 12 million pound market cap. What do you think the value is in the company as things stand?
Well, I think what we've got here is a significant series of accumulations, and the data that's available to date would suggest that there is helium present. Certainly, there has been helium recorded, and there are a number of academic papers that have spoken quite widely about the helium potential in both basins. But I think it's really now about re-entering and designing the well program to specifically target helium, identifying the concentrations, the movability, and trying to just really put to bed and answer some of those questions that, as at today, remain outstanding. I think we can legitimately call this an early stage appraisal. If the data that's publicly available has been read correctly, and I've seen nothing to suggest to me that it hasn't, then the first stage, the discovery stage or the exploration stage has yielded some information and yielded some positive factors that warrant further investigation, and that's really where we are today.
And so you're comfortable at current levels that this is a good sort of starting point for the company, and I suppose compared to many of its peers, 10 million, 15 million is actually very cheap.
I mean, I would say so. I mean, you've got a well-developed oil and gas business that can support any development in Australia, and should the well test be positive, that is, and I think what you've got is a quite a liquid market for onshore onshore tubulars and drilling equipment. So, I would probably argue that in Australia, you're in a better place to drill an onshore well than you are in the United Kingdom.
And just finally, what are the significant pieces of news flow that people following the stock should be looking out for?
Well, of course, the next big piece of news I would say is the mobilization of the rig to the well site. I'm sure that between now and then we're going to get some more flesh on the bones for the drilling program, and we're going to be seeing where, when, and how the wells are going to be re-entered. And I would imagine that over the next 3-6 months that program is going to accelerate. Again, the availability of expertise in Australia means that you've got quite a pool from which you can draw the necessary skills to design a well program that's suitable for targeting these accumulations and for getting a well design that allows you to fully and properly test those intervals.
Well, we look forward to further developments at Georgina. In the meantime, Zac Philips from Securities, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks, Zach, and speak to you soon.